Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell, Turtle Power. So I'm a little late to this party here, but I was sent the Cowabunga collection to play for you guys and to check out to see how everything is with this wonderful collection. Okay, now what we're going to do here is I'm not going to run through all the games, right? Like, there's a ton of games here. You have the Ninja Turtles arcade version. You have, which that's what this is right here. This is the original arcade version of the game. This game also got released on the NES, and I think they have that in here too. But if we go back here, that's the Game Boy games. Oh my god. That's Tournament Fighters? For what? That's gotta be for the NES. Manhattan Project. See, right here, this is the NES version of the game. I still have this. I still have this to play. And funny story, I'm gonna tell it really quick. When I showed my daughter my Nintendo, my original Nintendo, for the very first time, she asked me, she's like, "What is this?" And I was like, I told her, "Oh, it's a dinosaur. This is before you were born." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And so, like, she watched me play this, and then after I played this for her, she was like, "Can you play the dinosaur again?" And I was like, "Oh my god, what did I start?" So yeah, this is oh man, this is awesome. And of course, the original Ninja Turtles that I still feel like is one of the hardest games I've ever played. This is the Tournament Fighters that I'm used to, which is the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis version. This is the Sega Genesis version of the Tournament Fighters. Hyperstone Heist. I love Hyperstone Heist. I'm so glad that I have this here, because I used to have Hyperstone Heist, and I don't know what happened to it, and now it's a really expensive game. So I'm glad this. I love Hyperstone Heist. It's so great. And people will go back and forth, like, between Hyperstone Heist and Turtles in Time, because some people will say Turtles in Time is better. Some people say Hyperstone Heist is better. Hyperstone Heist, to me, visually speaking, was the better game, and the audio quality was better as well. But I mean, they're both so much fun to play. Turtles in Time was the arcade version too, but this is the Super Nintendo version. I remember playing the arcade version, which is this bad boy right here. And that's what we're going to play today. We're going to play Turtles in Time, the arcade version, and have some fun with this. All right. Oh, man, I can't believe, like, look at this. This is the Game Boy games, man. Like, I had this one. This is the one I had. I remember playing this like crazy. This was a hard game to play, too. But let's go. We're going to play some Turtles in Time in the arcade. I got to go with my boy Donnie. I like the little layout that they have too. Is there an option? Maximum effort. How many lives can I go? Oh, I could just keep going. I don't know how many lives I have. 265. Keep going. Can I use the... Oh, I can use the D-pad. Oh, man. I've been playing... what do you call it? I've been playing... the new one. Oh, my God. I was playing it so much, I can't even remember what it's called. Yeah, he's stuck. Dude, that uppercut was... That was great. Oh, what's a new game called? I have it, and I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, I've been playing the new game so much that, like, I'm like trying to control this game like the new game, and I can't do it. It's just driving me crazy that I can't do it. Come on, get him, Donnie. That new game is so good,
Pizza
though.
time.
I miss using like the supers in the new game.
Prepare to die.
Oh my god, this voice acting's so bad. Oh, this is definitely a nostalgia trip. Oh, I love it.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. That voice acting. I love the colors though. Like, the colors definitely pop out. Although the audio is definitely not the greatest. You can like, you can feel it. Makes me kind of sad though. Because, like, I remember playing this in the arcade, and I don't remember the audio being, like, this low quality. Oh, my back. He's shooting his goo at me. It's gross. That didn't even touch me. Come on, Baxter. Aw, he died. He de-edited.
Cowabunga. Alley Cat Blues.
Oh man, so good, so good. All right, hold on, hold on, hold on. How do I go back? Hold on, hold on. Oh, okay. All right, so I'm gonna check out. We're gonna go to Hyperstone Heist. I gotta play some Hyperstone Heist. I love that background so much. That background is so great because it looks like a comic book. Ooh, the audio's bad too. But like the music though, it comes through stronger. You know, like that's what I was talking about. Like the music comes through a lot stronger in this. And like the sound effects are better too. Whoops. Oh, that's right. Using that kick takes off health. I forgot about that. Oh, this one has a run button. I think it has a run button. Yeah, it does. But it doesn't seem to work all the time. God, the music is just such a nostalgia trip. I love it. This was my childhood, man. Like playing this. Well, this was part of my childhood because I played the original or the original. I played the first arcade game a ton on my Nintendo. I don't want to lose the pizza. Because that would have happened if I didn't take that pizza. I didn't want to lose that. Nothing was better than playing these games with friends, though. Is there an online option for these games? I don't think so. I gotta check. I didn't even bother to check. I would be disappointed if there wasn't, because like this is a game that like you would play with friends. Let me see. Ooh, full screen. Ah, but it feels weird without the... They have a strategy guide? What are these strategy guide for? Beat up your buddy? Why would you want to beat up your buddy? Oh, you can turn friendly fire because the Japanese version had it. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. There's an alternate ending? There's an alternate ending? I didn't know there was an alternate ending in this. No. I didn't know there was an... I played this game so many times. I had no idea there was an alternate ending. Oh, I'm going to have to play this to try to get the alternate ending. Oh, man. That's an eye-opener. Hold on. I can save games, too. That's cool. Hold on. Enhancements. They're starting level. There's... You can change the regions? Hold on. Mutant Warriors. Did they not have Hyperstone Heist? No, they had to have had Hyperstone Heist. Hold on. They did because it was called Return of the Shredder in Japan. Ah. I mean, yeah, they did because of Friendly Fire. So they made it easier for the Americans. That's kind of dumb. Online. There is online. Okay. Awesome. My thing is though, like, how many people are actually playing it online? Right? Like, how many people are going to be jamming out to Hyperstone Heist? You know? I can create a lobby. Oh my god. I'm going to have like a retro day and play with some people. Just for fun, man. Like, oh man, I kind of see now what turtle's there. What is this? Oh, that's too cool. Comic books. Oh, that is too cool. You know what would be really cool if they had the Last Ronin. Oh my god, it's all the comics. Oh, that is even better. No. No. It's all the episodes? Can I watch them? I can't watch them. Oh, I think I could watch the episodes. Well, now I'm disappointed. You got me all excited like I could watch the episodes, but no. This cartoon was awesome too. I got all excited like I could watch the episodes. This was a fun show to watch. My kids actually started watching this one. That was a fun one to watch. Oh, that's the new... I don't like the new one. But obviously, you know, the original. But this was a good show too. Man, there's so much stuff in this. I'm impressed. Why is the resolution 720 though? Oh, snap. That kind of just shrunk on me there, didn't it? Vibration. Oh, but this controller doesn't have vibration anyways. Oh, man. This makes me happy. This makes young me happy to just like see all of this, and it's so awesome. I never beat the Manhattan Project. I never beat the Manhattan Project. I didn't even beat the first one. This game is so hard. I never beat it. But maybe one day. I didn't even realize they made a Tournament Fighters on NES. That looks so ratchet. It does. It looks so bad. Like, why? See, my thing was like, okay, this is. I always said this when I was playing this back in the day. The turtles looked way too happy. It always bothered me. They just looked way too happy. Like they just drew a smile on them. I don't know. It was weird. And then the second game looked a little weird too. The Game Boy ones were just, they were wonky. You know, like, does that make sense that they were wonky? I don't know. Anyways, this is big time nostalgia trip. I love it. Absolutely love this. I'm so glad this is here. I'm so glad this exists. Oh, man. I remember my cousins used to have Tournament Fighters. I know I'm just like telling stories at this point. But I remember my cousins used to have Tournament Fighters, and I used to play Tournament Fighters a lot at their house because they had an SNES. I didn't have an SNES, and I didn't have Tournament Fighters on the Sega Genesis. Which, if I'm gonna be honest, like this again, the Sega Genesis like looks better. The colors on the Sega Genesis has always looked better. Like they've always popped out more, as opposed to the Super Nintendo version. But I think for this game, the Super Nintendo had the better audio. I'm tired. I'm sorry. But anyways, it had the better audio, which I think said a lot to the Super Nintendo just in general. Man, this is so like this was around the time of Clay Fighters, obviously, you know, Street Fighter 2, but so it's Clay Fighters, Street Fighter 2, Killer Instinct, what's that dinosaur one? I want to say like Rage or something like that. But yeah, that was around like that time where like they were releasing a ton of fighting games at that time. And like even in Japan, you had Dragon Ball games, of course. You had a Gundam Wing game, which was awesome. Oh, and you know, like it was just, there was a lot of fighting games back then. You know, obviously the standout ones were gonna be like, you know, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Killer Instinct, and I'm missing one. I'm missing one of the big ones. I said Clay Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Killer Instinct, and there was another one. I can't remember right now. But yeah, there was a lot of fighting games back then. For good reason. I mean, fighting was a big genre back then. It still is a big genre. But you know, it just seems to be bigger than it was. But you can see what I'm talking about with like the colors popping out more on the Sega Genesis version as opposed to the Super Nintendo version. Like, I don't know, like the Super Nintendo version just seems a little bit more washed out, but at the same time, like it looks a little bit more hand drawn compared to like, say, this one, which this one seems more like, I don't know, like more of like a modern comic book feel to it. Maybe I'm just talking, but I mean, that's just what it felt like. Anyways, this is a nice nostalgia trip. I really like this. It's nice to have this collection. Like, if I ever just want to just jump into a Turtles game from the past, I can do so because this is awesome. It really is. I know I'm yawning. I'm tired. I need to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching, hanging out with me, and experiencing this with me because this is what I grew up playing. This right here is what I grew up playing. And I get to share that with you. And that means a lot. So I appreciate you guys. And always remember, turtle power.